It's season two, 10 episodes on Hulu, and if y'all have Hulu as well, on Disney Plus. In season two of Hit Monkey, takes place directly after the events of season one, but instead of being in Japan, we are in New York City, and the main character of Monkey is struggling to live with himself as an assassin. He doesn't get the pleasure or thrill of killing anymore, and he's tired and trying to understand if this is the life that he wants. At the same time, his ghost friend slash companion Bryce, voiced once again by Jason Sudeikis, is also battling a couple other things, making a deal with the devil in a case where he can go back and forth between a ghost and a human in order for Bryce to be able to rekindle his relationship with his daughter he hadn't seen in a long time, Iris, who's now voiced by Kristen Melody. Back from season one, of course, is also Haruka, played by Ali Maki, a cop from Japan who comes in need of help from Monkey and Bryce after an event that happened in Japan. Also have Akiko, once again voiced by Olivia Munn, who turns into a villainous character after the events of season one. Her goal is just to kill Monkey himself. Also joining the cast this season is Leslie Jones as Eunice, someone who runs all of the assassins in New York. And you have other fun side characters, including Nat Faxon as Boone, and Stephanie Beatrice as Amara. As I said, there's 10 episodes in season two. They range from 22 minutes to 27 minutes. Welcome back to a brand new review here on Max Talk Movies. My name is Max Lindberg. Today I'm talking about Hit Monkey season two on Hulu. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and ring that bell. We're so close to 230 subscribers. So please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. I talk all things movies, TV, and box office. I do ranking videos and out of theater reactions. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new to the channel. Comment down below. Did you watch season one of Hit Monkey? Did you like it? Did you not like it? If you've seen season two, if you want to talk spoilers, just leave a spoiler tab. And do you think there will be a season three of Hit Monkey? Also, please like the video, guys. The thumbs up button. That's how you support this channel. So usually on my channel, which I've been doing for the entire couple of years I've been on YouTube, if there's a more than season one, if there's a season two or beyond of a show that I have to review, I usually just do spoilers. But moving forward, I still think it's my job as a critic to still give you guys my full-fledged non-spoiler recommendation-like reviews for even seasons 4 or 5s of shows. So even though this is season two, this will be a full non-spoiler review for Hit Monkey season two. So that's what I will say coming in. If you haven't seen season one, obviously you might get spoiled off the plot points that I bring up from season one, but I'm not going to bring up any specific moments in season two. So just know that heading into this review. So I did do a review of season one when it came out, which is crazy. It came out in November of 2021. So now we're 2.5 years removed from season one. And I didn't know if I'd remember a lot about season two. I watched that recap video. But once I was back into the show, I would say I was right back into it. But I enjoyed season one. It wasn't a great season of television or anything like that. But for me, I really enjoyed it. It was a refreshing, again, Hit Monkey's based off of a Marvel comic from 2010. But the good news I want to say is, even though I enjoyed Hit Monkey, I think I gave it around a 3.5, like a 70%. I thoroughly enjoyed Hit Monkey season two. I think it's a lot better than season one, because in season one, you're kind of opening your eyes to the world that Hit Monkey is set into. And really, it was heavily focused on that dynamic between Monkey and Bryce. But we were in Japan. There wasn't much world building outside of the little moments that are going on in Japanese government in the show. I think going to New York had its pluses, more pluses than minuses. I'll talk about a minus in a second. But there was a lot more lore, world building, and really character moments. You definitely liked the characters. I really enjoyed the characters in season one, but I wasn't like on the edge of my seat emotionally wrapped into a story, feeling the stakes. The stakes are so much higher in season two of Hit Monkey. There are characters that I cared a lot more for in season two than I did in season one. This is exactly what a second season should do, because season ones, especially for shows like this, have to set up your premises and get some stories done. But then the next season usually needs to take it to the next level, both on a stakes, world level, action, all that stuff. I think the show cranked it up to another level with season two. Bryce has always been my favorite character on the show. He remains to be once again voiced by Jason Sudeikis, who's also a consulting producer on the show. And Bryce to me has the most fascinating character arc on the show because he's battling obviously being best friends with Monkey. But again, Bryce is not a great person whatsoever. He's actually more often a terrible person than a good person. He's not like a awful human being or anything, but he's made tons of mistakes. He's very arrogant, very cocky. And even being a ghost talking to living people, he takes advantage of people. But the dynamic between him trying to remain friends with Monkey, seeing Monkey's kind of growing away for him, but him still needing that friendship in his life, but also trying to rekindle this relationship with the new character of Iris, who is Bryce's daughter, who we know in season 1, Bryce left his family, had a kid, basically just bounced, left his wife when she was dying with cancer, and then never went back to help out his daughter at all, and trying to rekindle that relationship. And that's the big point of the season. It's in the trailers. I did check that before I talk about plot-wise. But Bryce is going back and forth between being a ghost and a human. He's like a ticking time bomb on how much longer he can stay in human form before he's forever a ghost. And that dynamic between him and his daughter was really strong. Obviously, he brings, once again, all of the comedy into the show. And he's very entertaining. But once he became able to be back in human form, I think the show became much more interesting. And the back and forth, because he has two completely different dynamics with Monkey and with Iris, but they're both very compelling and very interesting stories, as is Monkey's arc for this season. Monkey was trying to find himself in season 1, and while he's kind of found himself, we thought that Monkey found out who he was. Monkey just doesn't feel comfortable in his own skin in this season. He's very good at killing people, obviously. He's an assassin. But he just seems tired. He doesn't feel like it's right for him just to be killing people left and right, especially after the events of the end of season 1. Him finding new friends who the goal of there's a new group in the show of not assassins, but there's a new group of people who are trying to steal all of these MacGuffins basically in order to stop killing in the world. And you understand why Monkey would be interested in that, because he wants to be around people who want to do good for the world, but don't want to be killing people on a daily basis. And as I said, Monkey has a lot of dilemmas with Bryce, as always, and they're just a great buddy cop duo that I could watch forever. They're very entertaining characters. Haruka gets a lot more, for me, interesting things to do in season 2 with the sword, which you can see in the poster. She's very interesting in the season. I liked Iris. I actually really liked Leslie Jones's addition as Eunice into the show. She's the head of the assassins that are in New York. She basically gives them all of the jobs and things. She's also thoroughly entertaining. Another aspect I really enjoyed was the action. This show is obviously very violent, but the action was just off the charts in season 2. There's gunfighting, there's sword fighting. There's something with plants in the back half of the season that is just jaw-dropping to watch. And I think the animation got stronger, but the action felt great. But as I said, the actions only feels greater to me because the stakes were so much higher in this season. You felt like characters were in danger. And I was actually nervous if multiple things were going to happen. And that's what I didn't feel in season 1. I had a fun time watching season 1, but it was a show that I could definitely didn't remember all of the key emotional hooks. This season, I remember all the emotional hooks. They got me invested into the show. And I was, halfway through season 2, I was like, I'm enjoying it, but again, felt very similar to season 1. But the last couple episodes are very emotionally resonant to me. They have key moments that I really enjoyed. And I felt myself just swept up into the story and the arcs of these characters. The characters felt like they had arcs from A to Z in this season compared to just kind of going by the motions in season 1. So that's a big upgrade for me. As I said, the animation is always gorgeous. It's always fun, easy to watch. The episodes are 22 minutes for the most part. They're just easy things to watch. And if the worst thing they are is fun in the show, but I think they went to another level in the season. On a negative perspective, as I said, we do go from Tokyo to New York. I liked the Tokyo landscape more of the show. Obviously, we still have the Japanese characters with Akiko and Haruka in the show. But I did feel like we lost the Japanese edge and style that was really good in season one. And because we're all in New York this season, I think it lost its origins a little bit in the season. I liked being in New York, but I wish we maybe went back and forth between New York and Tokyo than just in New York for the entire season. For me, from a character perspective, the biggest misstep for me was Akiko, who rightfully, she's had a lot go through her in her life. A lot have gone wrong in her life, which ended in her uncle being killed by Monkey at the end of season one. She, for me, was set up on a tee to be the most interesting thing going in the season. And I just felt like there were episodes where the show needed for her to feel important. But for the most part, Akiko, for me, feels like an afterthought in the season. She's kind of just in the background for the first 9 episodes. And then she's in the first 7 episodes. And then the last 3 episodes, she's very much prevalent again. I think from a screen time perspective and where she fits into the story, she should have been used much stronger in the show. It felt like her storyline was so disconnected to the actual main storyline, and they kind of just shoved her into the season. I would have actually saved Akiko if they're going to keep making more Hit Monkeys. Maybe make her the big bad of a whole season. She's on this vendetta to kill Monkey. It feels like the actual villain follow-up to season 1. And it felt like they had a plan of what the villains would be for season 2. And then we also have Akiko doing things. And she kind of just felt forced in to the story. Again, love Olivia Munn, love that character, but she just felt forced. She was like the one character that I wish either had more screen time in the season or was totally out of the season and set up for season 3, because I feel like the show just couldn't decide how much they wanted her in the show and how prevalent they wanted her in. So, but overall, I really, as you can tell, I really enjoyed Hit Monkey. I'm surprised how much I think this is better than season 1. It definitely leaves the door open for season 3. And I was dying for season 3, honestly, when the season ended. Hopefully enough people get to watch it. Hopefully my review helps you guys go watch the first 2 seasons of Hit Monkey. They're very easy to watch. All 10 episodes of each season are out. So I'm going to give season 2 of Hit Monkey a 4 out of 5 stars. Shockingly, guys. Yeah, I'm going to go 78% for the new season of Hit Monkey. What are your thoughts on Hit Monkey? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video, and I'll see you guys soon.